Hello YouTube viewers, it's Silvertardis here. Welcome back to Cyberwars Series 4. Last time, Tilly Evo took out both Collision and 95, two previous champions of Cyberwars. And on top of that, they also took out the two-time Robot Wars champion, Chaos 2. Hence, Tilly Evo is our first grand finalist for this series. Who will be joining her there as we kick off Heat 2? The star of which is the runner-up from the last series, Atomic. Back with a black flipper this time around, and improved defense against crushers and axes. I'm not sure that'll do them a lot of good because their first opponent is Spawn Again 4, the very first champion of Cyberwars. Now, if we're going to have a two-time champion this time around, Spawn Again 4 is the only robot left to do it, as the two previous champions, 95 and Collision, have been eliminated, as I said, by the same robots. And for our house robots in round 1, we have Dead Metal, with the saw and the claws and the vicious appetite. And of course we have Brenda the Blender. Don't ask her to do a twirl if your life depends on it. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Both these two very evenly matched. This could go either way. Spawn Again 4 though, previous champions, as I've said, Atomic, upside down. Do they have the power to right themselves? Stupid question really, of course they do, but Spawn Again, very skilled driving, and Atomic has gone already. Oh my word, what a disappointing run for the Atomic boys. But Spawn Again 4 definitely back on top form, and even has time to take on the house robots. Cease, well done to Spawn Again 4. Commiserations to Atomic, they go out in a cloud of smoke. Right, moving on to our next battle, which is between... It's a grudge match, in fact. It's between the 6th seed Tornado, still flying the Union Jack from the Jubilee Special, and their opponent is Envy, former 3rd seeds, of course. Now, these two met in the last All-Stars tournament, and Envy was the winner back there. But maybe Tornado have learnt a few new tricks. 3, 2, 1. Activate Tornado. Very quick across the arena floor, getting in underneath the front of Envy. And not a lot of robots can do that. Tornado now carrying Envy around the arena floor. Where's he going to dump it? In the pit would be most likely. And in goes Envy. Wow, that certainly took skill. Because the challenge is, of course, when you've got a robot on your back, you've got to be careful not to drive in yourself. I'm talking to you, Panic Attack. Cease. Anyway, Tornado goes through the next round. Well done to them. Envy, go back home at this stage. Next up, we have the number 10 seeds Dantomkia against the unseeded Behemoth, who are also former semi-finalists, of course. Which of these two yellow heavyweights will win? 3, 2, 1. Activate. These two have met a number of times in the past. Behemoth getting in underneath Dantomkia, thrusting it across the floor, but Behemoth has lost the scoop. Uh-oh, Dantomkia, they're stuck on top of Behemoth's scoop. They can't right themselves with Behemoth's scoop in the way. And could we be seeing another upset here? Dantomkia, big favourites for the tournament, of course. 1, 2. No, Dantomkia's okay, they're away again. But Behemoth has lost the scoop, so it's practically defenseless against Dantomkia. Oh, and something came flying off of Behemoth. It's on its side, it's got a side streamet to right itself, providing that it's working, of course. Oh, but they can't self-right when they're on their back. Behemoth, they no longer have an axe like they did in Robot Wars. It was due to weight restrictions, they had to take it off. 5, 6, out goes Dead Metal. Dantomkia, always one for putting on a show. 9, 10, and it's bye-bye to Behemoth. In comes Brenda the Blender. I think this is going to look destructive. Look at that, bits and pieces flying off of Behemoth. You're gonna have to carry that robot home in a bucket, Anthony Pritchard. There goes another bit. The wheels have come off as well. Brenda the Blender, I don't think we've seen this much destruction from her ever before. The robots will be looking on from the pits, terrified, having to go into the arena with this house robot. Cease. Poor old Behemoth. Only fit for the scrap heap now, I think. You never know, they might be back next series. Dantomkia will certainly be back for the next round. They go through. And we move on to our final round 1 melee of this heat. Just got to get Dead Metal back in. And we've got to sweep up what's left of Behemoth. Hang on, we're missing a few bits and pieces. There. And our final round 1 battle is between the number 14 seed Ripper, representing Connect's Roboteer. They were unlucky to go out to Velociripper in the last series. And they're up against the very impressive new boys, Bad Tempered Hornet. They've already taken out Barbarous, Weird Alice, and Disturbed. But can they take out a seeded robot? They've actually betted on this. £50 worth. £50 says they can't. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Ripper coming on the attack, but Bad Tempered Hornet, lots of pushing power, very low ground clearance, but they've taken damage. The tail has come off of Bad Tempered Hornet. And I wonder if Ripper would be able to get in underneath and flip from there, because Bad Tempered Hornet, very low ground clearance, lots of pushing power, as I've already said. But if you get in underneath and flip it over, that is it. That is the end of the game for them. Now into the CPZ goes Ripper. Ripper's definitely one for taking on the house robots. Brenda the Blender was in there. Gave Ripper a bit of a knock. And have we lost Ripper, I wonder? And it might just get ripped to shreds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we could be losing another seed here. 7, 8, 9, 10, and Ripper will be ripped to shreds by Brenda the Blender. That is ferocious power in that robot. Bad Tempered Hornet, I've got high hopes for them this series. They'll be meeting Tornado, of course, in the next round. Cease. Bad Tempered Hornet goes through. Ripper goes out. Sorry about that, Connect Roboteer, but that's just how the show works. See you guys next time for round 2 and the heat final.